I assume that I am getting out. I don't know. Travis trying to teach me all about this stuff, and I'm still having a hard time with it, but I assume, woohoo, Val Wood here, so I guess I'm out there, baby. Hey, how y'all doing, baby? It is Sunday. Hi, Ed Ramirez from Savannah, Georgia. Glad you stopped in. And Melody Harmon from Soggy, Florida. Baby, I'm sorry it's raining out there. Sun is shining here in South Texas. It's a pretty day outside, as a matter of fact, and I've been out enjoying a little. Ian McGrath from Scotland. How you doing, bub? Donna Bonacosi, thank you very much. Donna is the one that sent me the Mueller report. And, man, that's a lot of reading to do, baby. It has been suggested by several that, all right, Kerry, you're back from Facebook jail, buddy. Natalie Palumbo, how you doing, darling? Tell Anthony I said how you doing. And Shadowhawk Ellis, and ooh, boy, everybody's showing up, man. Sam Cole from Tennessee. My family's out in Tennessee, so I've been out there. I like Tennessee, baby. It's a beautiful state to visit, the Blue Ridge Mountains, and yeah, all that stuff out there. I went to Frozen Head State Park. Frozen Head State Park. You know you're in a cool state when they name a park Frozen Head. I don't know what that means, but I guess they found one around there some way. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I've been bumming around the house for the last hour. I'm kind of bummed out and depressed a little bit. Shit. With other shit going on in life that you deal with all the time, and it just gets y'all bummed out. And I had asked that what y'all thought about me reading the Mueller report, because several people asked me about it, and so I asked that question. And after I asked the question is when the debate started here in the House, and so I sat down and started reading a little bit out loud, and I'll tell you right off the bat, if I read shit, don't be trusting me for crap with them Russian names. That's some bullshit. There's too many consonants in a row there. Not enough vowels in there. Makes it hard to pronounce, I guess. But anyway, Angie J. Hi, John. She's in Tennessee too, baby. I'm glad to see that stuff because there's a lot of areas out there that we need to take care of, baby. Kentucky being one of them. Tennessee, we have to flip that, baby. And it's possible. I understand Mitch McConnell's numbers are down, and 18%, I think. If we could get Mitch McConnell out of there, I swear I'd just be doing cartwheels out in the street. Well, at least I'd try a little. I'd do it. I'd dance a dead ditty in the street. Hey, Leo, how you doing, buddy? I haven't got Discord on right now. I might turn it on here in a little bit because I don't know what I'm doing. And I just decided, well, shit, I'm just going to turn on the camera, have a chat with the family. I'm going to pay attention to a little bit of the chat going on. Normally, when we go into Discord, then I get busy talking to other people, and I can't concentrate on the chat. And anyway, I don't know what I'm doing. Liberal from Louisville, Kentucky, Shadowhawk Ellis. Hey, glad to see you here, bub. Gene Shankney. I could, the numbers get big, baby. That we have such a large family, and it just it warms my heart to see so many. Barbara Hernandez, wing it, John. We got your back. All right, Barbara, appreciate it, baby. I am winging it. Y'all got to know every time I turn on this camera, I'm winging it. I told y'all before I try to jot down my notes, and then get comfortable here. Check this out. Wait. Travis told me to do this before I do that. And that way y'all don't get a bunch of racket up in your nose. I'm going to do it anyway, though. But I don't know, people. I wanted to come live. I wanted to talk. I wanted to get my head out of the shit that's going through there right now. 75 degrees in Michigan today, baby. That's wind in the face all day long, baby. Anyway, I don't know about reading the whole Mueller report because, as it has been pointed out to me, it's about an 18-hour read. And there ain't no way we're going to do that in one setting. So even if you broke it up into, or Are you wearing shoes, John? Yes, I'm wearing shoes. Look here, Barbara. I got them on today, baby. Uh, yes, I just came from outside visiting with Jenny. I was out there brushing her a little bit. She's losing a lot of her hair. Her winter coat is leaving, and she's starting to get her summer bikini look, I guess. But she's a beautiful baby, and I love sitting with her, and it chills my mind. Yes, Cinco de Mayo, baby. So I hope y'all are enjoying your day. I saw a little meme on Facebook, and it was a bunch of white people celebrating Cinco de Mayo on the 5th of May. And then the little picture is below it every other day of the month, and they're holding up immigrants go home signs and all that. It's Cinco de Mayo and Diez Eses and holidays like that should remind us of the rich diversity and the heritage that we have in this country. I don't know how I'd get through life without tacos, baby, without Mexican food, without salsa music, without Tejano music and stuff like that. Stuff that got a beat to it, something you could dance a polka to, and all of that down here and across our country is enriched by not only the Hispanic culture, but the Irish culture, the French culture, whatever culture you want to bring over here. It enriches our whole country the whole time. And we can't turn loose of that. It's the diversity of this country that makes it so great, that makes us have Cinco de Mayo and celebrate festivals like that. You see, I don't know, Natalie Palumbo probably knows a lot about that up in New York City. I always see on the news where they're having street festivals for this or the other, block parties or whatever they call them, and they just look so interesting. The food always looks so great. It looks like you just want to fit right in. Yes, I dance, darling. I was born dancing and probably going to try die dancing. I love to do a swing, baby. That's my favorite dance is a swing. You get some good swing music going. Look here, I even got me a reading lamp. Get a little swing going on. And, yeah, I like being out on the dance floor and give mama a twirl. And, am I good at it? Who gives a shit? I'm not trying to please anybody but me and mama, but I do enjoy dancing. It's anyway, I was looking at Peter Miller. Cinco de Mayo isn't much of a holiday in Mexico. No, it's not. It's more of an American frat party. Diez Eses is the holiday celebrated in Mexico. Cinco de Mayo, it's about winning a battle, I think, and I used to know what it is. My mind's so full of other shit right now, I couldn't think of it. And but yeah, it's a celebration that we have about the Hispanic heritage. They don't really pay a whole lot of attention to it down in Mexico, unless you're at a tourist spot, which they'll make sure you have a sombrero or a margarita or something. But anyway, that's right. The French, the holiday is on their help against the French in the Civil War. Okay, Velda, we appreciate that. Whoo, shit. Elia Esperanza, I see you out there. Elia lives out in Hollywood, baby. She's a big blue dot and has been with us for a long time. Anyway, I'm winging it, baby. I don't know what I'm doing. There's so much going on in life that it gets in the way sometimes of where you want to go with your brain and all that shit, because it has a tendency to follow off on tangents somewhere. But there's an overriding theme in my mind all the time, and that is that I wrote a little something on Facebook. I hope a lot of you got to see it. I write a whole lot better than I talk sometimes, because I have the time to sit down and collect my thoughts and articulate it in a way that is a whole lot better sounding than my country ass voice or the way I throw in a shit word every once in a while. Somebody on YouTube had wrote that they didn't hang around because they were offended by the language and they were seeking a higher road. And I did not cuss at the old boy, but I wrote back to him and I politely told him that I hope he finds the road he's traveling on. But if you're so concerned about the words or the language, you miss the message sometimes. So, you know, some people might get a little put off by the way I look or the way I sound or the ways that others people sound or cuss or whatever. But those outbursts usually come from a place deep in your heart, what you're emotional about, you're concerned about, you're angry about something. That's what comes out when you say things. And some people are offended by that. And I try not to, but here lately, what difference does it make with the condition this world is in right now? What the hell I say or what any of us say? But anyway, I said that the power that we have as a society in this country, that when we band together, when we come together, when we stand next to each other, our voices are multiplied. Our power is multiplied. It is us that makes the decisions. I said that it was our voice, the people's voice, that forged this nation. And it's those same people that wrote the roadmap that's called our Constitution, that defended this country all along, and we are the same people. It is our voice and our vote and our passion that guides this country, that bends this country. A lot of people are concerned that we can't do anything about it, John. Well, shit, the Senate up there, they got all the Republicans in there. Mitch McConnell's going to screw us over, this, that, and the other. We took the House, baby. We took the House. We can do whatever the hell we want as a society. And that is what needs to happen now. We need to come together in a way never before, because we have never been under attack like this before. We have never been attacked by our own president. We have not been attacked by the administration that sits in our house, ever. And we are faced with that now, and that's the way exactly how I feel it is he is trying to stomp on every institution we have. He's trying to bend the will of this country. He's got half this country believing, hey, yeah, let's go over there and be buddy-buddy with Russia. Never forget, Russia's got its eye on Eastern Europe, baby. Putin wants to reinstate the Soviet Union. The Baltic states over there, baby, that's what he wants. And are we going to turn a blind eye when they do that? That's what that long game shit is. That's the game that Putin's playing right now with Donnie. And evidently he's playing it all over the place. Because look at here, old Kim Jong-un done shot off some more missiles, saying, in your face, Donnie. And, yeah, we've never seen anything like this before. We don't know anything about the talks that he had with Putin, all in these private meetings. We know what the Mueller report says, that the Russians were working to elect him, and that should have told everybody in the world something. But he was elected. And ever since then, he has stood on the stage at Helsinki and kissed Donald Trump's ass. Kissed Putin's ass and defended Putin on the world stage after every intelligence agency we had told him that Russia was involved, but he doesn't want to believe that shit, so it doesn't matter what the intelligence agencies say. And it's the same thing now. We're watching it again with Korea. It doesn't matter that Pompeo comes out and I'm sorry, got my train of thought mixed up, baby. Venezuela. We're seeing it again in Venezuela, where Pompeo just came out the other day and told us that Maduro was fixing to leave, had his airplane out on the tarmac, man. The crew was out there getting ready. The asshole's going to make a run for it. But the Russians told him not to. Pompeo stood on the world TV stage and told us the Russians intervened and prevented Maduro from leaving. And then when Donnie gets off the phone with him, he turns around and tells us that Putin has no interest in Venezuela, and all he wants is good things for the Venezuelan people. That's all. Just don't worry about it. Y'all don't look. Are you shitting me? There's Russians down there. There's Russians down there. There's Chinese down there. They're getting a foothold in a place where you can drive to, baby. You can get your car and drive to. That's mighty close for intervention by Russia in Venezuela. But Donnie is assuring the nation that don't worry about it. He's got it all under control. There's a plan, baby. Well, that's what I'm worried about, the plan that he's got for this country. And, baby, I saw in the news, I saw an article that Nancy Pelosi was talking about the possibility that if Donnie loses his election by a minor amount or something, by a small margin, then he may not leave the White House. That's not the first time that that subject has come up. I've lost the conversation, the chat, and Travis told me how to do this. And how about we just, wait a minute. No, don't do that. Oh, Lord, hang with me, people, for a minute. Let me see what I'm supposed to do here. I ain't seeing the chat come up. Told me what to do to refresh it, but now y'all are just sitting there watching me poke around on the damn computer. Isn't that entertaining? Let me see. Right click maybe? No. I am not seeing the chat, people. I have to fix this, so I guess I'm going to shut down that and then come down here and restart it. Let's see if that works. I hope so, people. If so, oh, it says hooray. Let's get the damn mouse back over on this screen and drag it. Oh, I'm sorry, people. Hey, there y'all are. I got your ass back now. Port Henry, Marianne Goodrider, how you doing, darling? Rose Taylor, how you doing? I'm sorry, I got mixed up. I lost my damn train of thought. Where I was going, whatever I was saying, is the power within us, baby. It's the power within us as the people, of the people, for the people, by the people, all that kind of shit. We, the people, shape this nation, and it's been done ever since the beginning. When the citizens of this country stand up and make an issue, then politicians, those that we elect and send up there, have no other choice but to bend to our will, or they won't be there long, baby. And we need to make that very clear. You don't do what the people want. We get rid of your ass, and that's what we have to do. And the only way to do that, the only way is in mass. You can't have a half-ass method or a half-ass effort to try to save this. We're at a point now where we have the President of the United States and the Attorney General of the United States flipping us the bird, saying, force me to tell you anything. We don't have to tell you nothing. It's none of your business. Well, it is our business. Our country is our business, baby. And we can't let this go on the way it is. It's got to come to a halt, and the only way I see it doing that is in the street, baby, in their face, in their street, holding the signs, being out there, pounding on the pavement, and it's got to be like the Women's Day. It's got to be something like that to send a message. It's got to be a lot of people out in the street. How do we do that? I don't know. It was suggested the other day on the live broadcast we ought to do it on July 4th. I don't know how or whatever I could get there, but I would get there. This is gotten so screwed up, so messed up, that the only way to fix it now is by the people's voice. We've got our elected officials up there, and they're in the House, and they're going to start doing their hearings. And the more we hear of this shit, and you don't have to go far in this book to find it. As a matter of fact, you can find it on the first damn page. The corruptness of that administration that's in our house right now, and an immense desire to get it out. Drag his ass out, kicking and screaming, Rose says. And that's right, baby. That's what we need to do. I don't give a shit if Nancy Pelosi is talking about, well, what if he don't leave? Well, what if he don't give me that shit. What if he don't leave? Don't we have laws? That's what I'm talking about. We wrote the laws of this country. We did. The American people did, supposedly. And it had been manipulated and corrupted by politicians guided by lobbyists with big money, baby. That's how come our laws are so vague when it comes to political activity, like Donnie does here. There's no collusion. There's plenty of damn collusion, plenty of it. And the coordination between the Russians and the Trump campaign is so obvious, and it's been obvious to everybody since this whole damn shit started. And man, anyway, that's what I think. And the more you learn, the more you read, the more you get into stories on the news sites and whatnot. And man, you know, it really gets to your ass after a while, the big picture of how everything works. And yeah, that big picture, baby. But voices are needed. The voices of everybody that does this. Tim Cormall, Bob Kincaid, who I just admire a bunch. Man's on, he knows his shit, and he's just really articulate with a lot of information all the time. To people like me, and Randy Kervin, and Leo Sahaki, and Richard Anderson, and Joe Riddle, and Kathy Larkin, Ava Brown, everybody that is trying for the first time to open their mouth and say, hey, this is just plain screwed up. You know, you can be blind and see this shit. And it puts you into that despair of, this is my country. This is what we have to fight for. I get melancholy sometimes. I just, you know, it brings up all those corny feelings of patriotism. You know, it's not corny, baby. It's a love of country, and if you love this country, what's that commercial? That means you love everybody in it. You love all Americans. Ain't that what that commercial says? Well, that's what we need, baby. We need that in our life. We need it in our world, and because there's a big world to fix out there, and our problems here are relatively minor compared to the big picture of what we're going to do with the planet melts. You know, it's just, there's so many things that we have to do. And things like Trump, things like this administration, it just throw a wrench in it for the pure profit, just pure money bullshit. That's all it is. They want to get richer. He wants more gold things or whatever the fuck. I seen a story the other day about a solid gold toilet. A solid gold toilet. Yeah, that's what you need to spend your money on when you're just shitting it away. And but yeah. The Betsy DeVosses of the world, the Koch brothers of the world, I don't know what they shit in, but yeah, they could shit in gold toilets. They got the money for that. You can't sit on porcelain, baby. You know, it's pitiful how we have allowed over the years to allow our tax laws, and that's what allows all this. Our tax laws are books, I guess, that freaking thick. And like I said the other day, they're not written by me and you. They're not written by people out there advocating for the poor or the middle class or the lower, you know. No, baby, those things are written by lobbyists, by corporations, they get certain language in the bill. And that allows them to get away with theft, with nothing but just plain stealing from our economy, from our society, from everything that money could do. And we piss it away to corporations that are in it just for the stockholders, the shareholders and shit like that. Those that make their money on the stock market, that's while the rest of us sit out here and work, pay the taxes and all that other shit. Just to get life going. And man, it gets rough after a while, you know. Most everybody makes it through, you know, but it's after a struggle, you know. I guess there's not hardly any of us that haven't gone through freaking struggles all through your life, especially if you're old as us. You know, you've been down the road a lot, but deep in your heart, you still retain a little bit of that 18-year-old, that 20-year-old that you used to be. And for a lot of us boomers, that was the time of Watergate. That was the time of Vietnam. That was a time of a lot of turmoil in this country, much like we see now. And a lot of them for the same damn reasons. And that is, you have somebody in the White House that is willing to obstruct justice and do anything he damn well pleases because he's the president. Except this time, it's gone off the deep end, baby. in the Republican Party that should be the party of a shit. Can't even finish that sentence because I don't know. They should have a willingness to stand up for their country. But they don't. And as long as they don't, then we can scream all we want, and we're not going to get a damn thing done if the Republicans continue to hold the Senate, because they will continue to support this man if we don't get rid of him in 2020. But that's conjecture on something that we don't want to happen. This has got to end in 2020. If they don't drag his out of there for some of these other 14 freaking investigations that are going on, then yeah, he's going to be there until 2020. That means I don't get to shave for a while longer. And I need a shave, baby. I need a shave. Hey, by the way, y'all need to tell me. Yes, it is, David. It's Friday. You're late, buddy. What do you think? I went and got me some readers, so I could read. I got me a light and readers, and now I can't read that over there. Oh Lord, Gail Dunn. That's a long one. I don't think I could. Honey came here with my husband thinking I would be the only. When he passed away, he had a grandson, stayed for him, only grandyear. Oh, I can't read all of it now. His sister's 11 years old. I'm sure y'all could read that. It just went by. Gail Dunn, darling, I'm glad you're here. She's a veteran. She's a Vietnam veteran. I'm glad she's here. And hoorah, baby. Oh man. Well, I've been okay. Well, I'm getting a notice there to turn on Discord. So, if I know how to work this shit right, I should be able to do that. And let me see. Got to get the arrow back over here. And let me see. Go live. Am I live? Let me see. I'm sorry, people. Y'all just have to put up with me here for a minute. Let me see if I can get this shit going. Is anybody there? Sparky, are you there? Let me see.
Yes, I am.
Hey, it worked. I got it. I think see, because I came down and asked Travis earlier if when he was here, if the Kings go in there and check that shit out. Anyway, how you doing, Spark? Rescue me, bub. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Somebody say something.
I don't know what the hell you're doing on a Sunday afternoon.
I don't know, man. I was sitting around the house. I keep trying to drag people in, and it won't let me. What the hell's this? Come on. There it is. Anyway, I don't. It out. Am I fading in and out?
No, you're figuring it out.
Yeah, I'm figuring it out. I got to get better at it, though. He's going to be gone for a week. So.
Travis?
Yep. Yeah, he's got a little business to take care of up north, and yeah, he's going to be gone for a week. Mama's already having a fit, you know. Let me do this. Are you in there, Dennis? I thought I had Dennis in there too.
How's it going, John?
Hey, Dennis, how you doing, buddy?
Can't complain.
Been doing any more fishing?
No, I opted to stay in. Got some work to do.
Around the house?
Skipped it this whole week. Yeah.
Well, that's what I had to do. Well, I didn't mind doing it. I had to go out there and brush Jenny and whatnot. And let me fiddle with this shit. When you're doing it by yourself, I guess you really got to learn this crap, don't you? Anyway. Yeah, it's the same thing around here. I was just hanging around the house, and I got my work done, and then went in there to sit down. Miss Deborah is here visiting us right now, so her and Mama are sitting out there in the living room and discussing the events of the day or whatever. And I think later on, Mama wants to pull up Bill Maher show, which we did watch Friday night, but Miss Deborah didn't get to see, so we're going to watch that, and then I guess we're going to watch Game of Thrones, so that'll be exciting. Anybody else out there watching Game of Thrones, or is it just me?
Just you.
Just me. I can't get away from it, buddy. My wife wants to watch that shit she's been watching. She got me interested in that, and then when they, I don't know, I watched it. I started watching it, and I really got interested in it. So.
I found out one of my series I watched on TV, on regular network TV.
Yeah.
Survivor went to Netflix.
Oh yeah.
They got a new season coming out in June.
What is it?
Designated Survivor.
Oh, Designated Survivor. Yeah, we all know. Yes.
One.
Yes, I've seen that. Yeah, that's.
Season 3 is going to be on Netflix.
Oh shit! Well,
June
I'll have to let Mama know. What did we watch last night? We watched Knock Down the House. I think it was. It was.
Wasn't that?
What's that, Sparky?
Wasn't that pretty good documentary?
Yes. The with AOC and oh Lord, I can't remember the other ladies' names right now. Yes, it was good. Talk about a grassroots campaign for all of them, and that plays into what I was just talking about. When you're talking about how things get done in this country, that should be a shining example. We took the House in the midterms, and it was because of the involvement of the citizens of this country. It was people like AOC getting out and not only challenging the status quo, but arguing that that's what's holding back some, is when somebody gets entrenched in there for so long that they lose their enthusiasm for why they went there in the first place. And so yeah, that was real good. Did you watch it, Sparky?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you did since you. Yeah.
I don't know. The other night, Friday, a week ago, I got to lose track of time.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Monday starts all day.
I thought the debate she had with that old.
Oh yeah. Up on that empty stage.
Well, no, she was debating with Joe Crowley. That's right, Joe Crowley.
Okay.
That's he did. But you remember, I think she won that election by her debating him.
Yeah, I was thinking about the other debate that she had with the representative of somebody else, and I can't remember who somebody else was right now.
Joe Crowley's representative.
Yes, that was his representative was there. He didn't make the debate, and AOC's over there just making that poor woman over there on the other side just look like, you got shot down before you got off the runway, baby. And so, yeah, I enjoyed that.
She went down in flames like that Russian plane did today.
Yes, yeah. What's that?
Didn't you hear about that?
What? Oh, the Russian aircraft over that came in with a lit fuse? Yeah.
Well, no, it was on fire when it landed.
Yeah, an engine was on fire, baby. She was burning when she came in the picture. So I was surprised that many people got out alive, to tell you the truth, and you know that, Sparky.
One person noticed that they were taking their carry-on luggage
Yeah,
off.
who the hell's gonna grab their bags at a time like that? No, I can't leave without my purse. Are you shitting me? Where's my briefcase? Kiss my ass. I'll shove you out the door myself. You're gonna go, baby, one way or the other. Yeah, that amazed me that people were taking the time out to, grab their luggage. But yeah, it was a devastating landing. But I was amazed that many people made it out alive. Usually when you look out the window and the plane's on fire, yeah,
get the fuck out.
You get the fuck out. Don't get in my way either, because I'm going over. You're going through. You're one of the two. We're going out that door together. Yeah, I've like I said in my little story, I woke up with that thought in your head, and when you think it's serious, boy, there's some strange shit goes through your head, baby, and survival kicks in. Where is my freaking parachute? Have a tendency to get pissed off at people when you can't find yours. You start thinking to yourself, oh shit, somebody's going to die, or they're going to die, both of us, because I'm going to be hanging on to your ass when you jump out. If I'm the last one, I'll tell you what, it was funny. But anyway, yep. Ann McLaughlin, let's demand our blue candidates live up to what they say, especially when it's. I got to fix that because now I can't read the whole chat thing. Lord have mercy. That is the problem, people. It's move this over a little bit. There it is. Ann McLaughlin. Let's demand our blue candidates live up to what they say, especially once they get in. That's exactly right. It's again. Nothing changes if we go through these elections and we elect somebody in, and it seems to stay the status quo. What are we doing? Are we just treading water, and that's it? It's ridiculous. I am encouraged by people like AOC. I've watched her on the floor of the House there when she's asking questions, and she's asking the right questions and stuff in a way that citizens of this country can understand. It's not legalese. It's not talking out of a book or something. She's asking questions. She's been a working woman out in the world. They laughed at her because she was a bartender, and like a bartender doesn't have the brains to do anything. Are you shitting me? We'd do a whole lot better off if there were more common people up in our house trying to do the people's business than a bunch of people who were trained to be just, politicians. That's what they are. Don't pay attention to anything. Don't do anything because it's, it'll upset the apple cart, and I got to change this thing again. I'm telling you, people. Oh, anyway, I digress. Now I forgot.
AOC's got some good people working in her office.
Yes, she does.
Remember that guy from the documentary that was advising her?
Yeah.
He's from Justice Democrats.
Oh yeah. Well, there you go.
And
there you go.
She hired him as his chief of staff or whatever.
Oh shit. Well, that's what I like about it is they're enthused. Maybe it's this one. I've lost the chat, people. Oh, never mind. I fixed it. Don't know how I did that.
Found it.
Yeah, I found it. Let me see. Let me click that, make it bigger, and then drag it back over here. There it is. I'm sorry, people. I'll get used to this shit. Joe Sherwood, yes, John. Here in the common man, no more billionaires. It's, you want to say that, at the same time you think, damn, that means they could elect somebody like me, and I ain't got the brains to do this shit. I guarantee you there's better people than somebody like me. But you want somebody that's got a common thread, at least, some kind of empathy or a knowledge of what it's going to take to raise this country up. And I mean all boats, baby. It's not just the rich, not just raise the yachts. You got to raise all boats. And that's what we're working on now. We've got 21 or 22 candidates now. And that's a big field, baby. And that's good. They keep telling me.
And then de Blasio's going to get in.
Yes, we're going to have, yeah. There's going to be a large field. They're going to have to break the debates up, I guess. And you want to listen. You want to listen to somebody more knowledgeable, somebody that's knows world issues and everything, but also has some kind of a loyalty to the people of this country. And I don't know. I'm losing it again. But
well, I think Biden's going to go down in flames in a debate.
You don't think Biden's going to make it?
He doesn't have any progressive ideas.
Well, if I'm honest with myself, why do I get excited about AOC? Because she's progressive, baby. She wants to do something in this country, and that sets me on fire. That makes me want to listen to her. Because we're not. Because of the shit we talk about, there ain't no high-speed rail. There is no national internet system where everybody's got broadband. and these are things that we could do that are within our technological uh, expertise to be able to complete. It's not that's holding us back. It's our law. It's our lawmakers. It's Congress that fiddle faddles around and shit in the Senate and everything. It seems like you can't get shit done and without having a debate on it for 500 years, and you know, the wheels of justice turn slow, they say, but that's getting freaking ridiculous. You know, how about just the wheels of progress, you know, speeding up a little bit? Uh,
Yeah, we were supposed to have high-speed rail out here going, you know, because
yeah.
we got all that money from the Recovery Act.
Right.
Well, it's down to now. Gavin Newsom's just changed it so that the part they're going to build is from like Bakersfield to Fresno for now.
Is that right? Well,
Like a
whoopee for us to demonstrate it, to prove that we could.
demonstration project, and
Yeah.
then they got to later they'll build the link from Bakersfield to L.A. and then go up the valley and go over to San
Yeah.
Francisco.
Over the hill and through the dale. I'm ready for
Yeah,
it, baby. I'm tired of having it dragged down. Uh, I want progressives in office. I want a progressive agenda. I want to see things done, and you know, the only way to do that is to force the issue. You know,
whatever happened to that Chinese entrepreneur that wanted to build high-speed rail in Texas?
shit, I don't know. I'm kind of pissed off ever since I read that solar powered highways, or you know, that there's so much that they could do. I'm not saying it's a feasible product now, but you know, the technology, the research going into that kind of shit could change the damn world. But there is a powerful force fighting against that. They don't want you to have an electric car. They want you to burn gas. Hello, Lauren Draws. I appreciate you subscribing to our YouTube channel, and every number counts, baby. Uh, oh, there was that T-shirt Jones last week found out. What are you doing there, Dennis? Oh, well, no, that T-shirt. Something about a T-shirt I seen go by.
Yeah, remember the T-shirt that everybody wanted the other day? I tracked it down.
Oh,
The one you wore last week.
which one did that say? Can't remember.
The pendejo.
Oh, pendejo. Yeah, yeah, that's a damn good one. Describes him perfectly, doesn't it? We can't have solar power. Ann McLaughlin tells us right there. When the sun goes down, we'd all freeze to death. See? We can't have this shit. Because that's the way Donnie thinks. You know, the wind isn't blowing, darling. We can't watch TV. Shit like that, and that he spouts off. And it does. It likes he drags down the whole intelligence of our country by uttering such shit like that. But there's people out there that believe him. Hell, there's people out there that believe the earth is flat. So flat earthers, you know. So what are you going to do? You know.
There's a giant factory being built in Nevada
Yeah.
that's going to build a big, huge battery
Oh, wow.
for storing power from solar and wind and
Well,
whatever.
there you go. There you go. Use an inverter. That's all it is. You're just taking it from a battery and changing it from DC to AC, and there you go. Hell, I saw a damn. It's not that difficult. Just seen an advertisement for, I guess, the new Chevy truck that's coming out. Hell, it's got a 115 plug in the bed of the truck, so you can plug in your stereo or whatever you got to plug in back there, just your work light or whatever the hell you're doing. Plug it in right
I
there.
wouldn't want to plug it in very long, though.
Well, no. Well, you keep that engine running, keep the battery charged, you're in good shape. So you got to burn the gas anyway. So, you know, I don't know, man. I don't know the answer, but I know they're coming up with the answer everywhere else. I know Germany's over 50% solar or renewables now. You know, I see
They're building a lot of electric cars, too.
Yes. And, you know, it's I don't know, man. Why we drag our you know, it's because of the money. That's all it is. It's because of the money. You can't let go of oil and gas until you squeeze it dry, every last drop. And it's not like we'll ever get away from it. You know, we need petroleum products and a lot of products that we make. You know, but cutting down on the combustion engine would do a whole lot to save our world. taught me how to do that too. Let me see. I can't read this thing over here, but I'm gonna grab one. I'm gonna grab an orange dot. Nope, I didn't get it. And let's see who this is. Who is this that I just dragged into the conversation? I can't see that. I think it's 19.
Clue 1978.
Thank you, Sparky. Clue 1978. You there, buddy? Well, I dragged him in there. I got him in there, I think.
Yeah.
We'll give him a minute. Nope, there he went. He run out by himself. He run out by himself. But
you got other people waiting.
Yeah, let's drag Bernadette. I can see. I think that's Bernadette. Let's see if I can get her in here. No.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. Bernadette, is that you?
Hello, John. How are you doing this evening?
I'm doing pretty good. How about you, darling?
I'm doing well. I need for you to hang in there, bud.
Oh yeah. We're doing fine. Well, that's bullshit. But what are you gonna do, darling? What are you gonna do? Yeah. I'm hanging in, baby. That's all we can all do. You know, we all have shit in our life, and sometimes it just gets to bog your mind down. And that's where I was today. I was sitting out in the living room, and the more I'm just sitting there staring out the window, the more my mind drifts towards other shit. So, yeah, let's go read a bit of the Mueller report. And I'm still toying with that idea. I like Randy Kervin's idea maybe of reading the summaries first, if we go down that road, and then be able to discuss that. But yeah. Today it was just like, well, I thought about starting to read, but then I thought, well, let's just have a talk today. And if so, then I would just, if I start reading that thing, I'd like do it an hour a day, or something like that. And
yeah, I found when I was reading it, I had to kind of take it in section.
Yeah.
Get through a section and then mull on that. What was being said.
The thing that stuck me out, and I'm serious, folks. This is, let me see, third paragraph into the Mueller report, and I'm just going to read this because it tells you all that bullshit that Donnie's been throwing up in the air is bullshit. It says Papadopoulos had suggested to a representative of that foreign government that the Trump campaign had received information from the Russian government that it could assist the campaign through the anonymous release of information damaging to Democratic presidential candidate Hillary Clinton. That information prompted the FBI on July 31st, 2016, to open an investigation into whether individuals associated with the Trump campaign were coordinating with the Russian government and its interference activities. It started on July 31st, 2016, and so all this bullshit that Donnie keeps talking about, spying on him, and that's where it started from. It started from Papadopoulos running his mouth that the Russians were going to attempt to help Donnie, and Donnie was evidently happy with that. And we all know it anyway because Trump Tower meter later on when Donnie Jr. says, I love it and all that shit. But that's the third paragraph in, and you're already reading how that started. And the reason it did is because they're bragging about they're going to get help from Russia. So, right there, third paragraph in, and you're thinking to yourself, well, shit, Russia got the person they wanted elected. And we all know this. This is not stuff that's... What I'm thinking is there's a lot of stuff here that we already know. We've seen talking heads on TV talking about a lot of it. They pull this section up, pull that section up, and let us know about it. So we already know so much of what's in here that has just been knowledge. What gets me is you also don't have to go far into the first page of the report when you start seeing the redactions. And I can't help noticing that the first batch of them here are harm to ongoing matters. Harm to ongoing matters. That's your 14 investigations that's going on up in the Southern District of New York and in Virginia and stuff like that. And, that's, I think, where the damning information is. That's where the the crimes are going to be money laundering, shit like that, that are going to be proven, I believe. But I don't know. I was going to get into reading it tonight, but I just right before I'm just not there. If I might start tomorrow, we might do the first summary tomorrow, because I can't stay long this evening because I got a show to watch with Mama, and it's like a movie date, so I don't want to screw that up. Let me see.
Game of Thrones.
Huh?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Let me see. I don't know. Wait a minute.
I got a question for you, John.
What's that, Dennis?
This might spark some conversation. Does double jeopardy apply to impeachment? Can you be impeached more than once?
Huh. I don't know, but well,
I'm asking more because a lot of people are on the fence about them impeaching Trump, which would essentially, the fear would be enabling Trump to get reelected.
That's the fear.
Backlash. That's
the discussion, the debate going on right now.
The other side of the fence is, if you don't impeach him and call him out on it, that's going to be the precedent for any future president.
Well,
to push the boundaries.
At what point, we have this discussion about, well, if we impeach him, it's just going to piss the right off. They're just going to get their panties in a wad, and they're going to get stronger, and they're going to go out and vote for their guy, and that possibility exists, I guess. But I think in the big picture that since 2016, since this asshole wandered into our house, there has been an awakening of a lot of people. A lot of people have woke up and said, whoa, wait, so there's that. But if the question of to impeach or not is the question of, well, do you follow the law? Well, yeah. And if you go, yeah, well, then that's, you have to, Congress has to take this Mueller report and do hearings and expose what the hell he was doing. And that's the law of it. If we don't, you're right. We're setting precedent for future, we're setting a normal. Oh, well, past practice, this is the way we've always done it. No. This is not like anything we've ever dealt with before. This is bullshit.
Okay, I just read up on it. So, impeachment is not a criminal process.
No, it's a political. Yes.
So,
impeachment doesn't do anything.
Only applies to a criminal.
Well, impeachment.
Criminal case.
Remember, Bill Clinton was impeached, and it didn't do anything. Impeachment is a political tool used in the House of Representatives. That's where it has to come from. The Senate can impeach. The Senate will hold a trial if impeachment occurs. So it comes from the House. The House of Representatives have to introduce articles of impeachment against the president for specific items, which we've got a book full. We've got a book full of specific items. And the question, I don't know, in my big mind, I'm starting, at what point do you start challenging this shit? We're at the point right now where, like I said, they're sticking their finger in our face saying, oh, you want us to come over and talk to you, tough shit. Oh, you want my taxes, tough shit. You want an unredacted report, too bad. It's that kind of thing that we keep dealing with this man. People keep saying, oh, he's Teflon, nothing sticks to him, he's bulletproof. Bullshit. We're not shooting in the right place. We're not using the right bullet or whatever it is. But we have to do this. We have to do this because you're right, you're setting a new precedent. What do we expect out of a president? What would we expect out of anybody? Can you imagine Obama doing any of this shit? No, none of us can. None of us can. Because we can see it. It's not only not only because the Republicans would throw a hissy fit, it's because it's immoral. And at what point do we stand up as citizens of this country and say, that's enough of this bullshit? We do have laws. If impeachment is what it takes, how much more are we going to piss off the right anyway? They're already pissed off. They see it as piling on. I see their side as doing nothing but obstructing justice. That's all it is. and that's the game he's going to play until he gets his ass out of there. Is ditch, delay, you know, court issues, all sorts of stuff, anything to delay the inevitable. Because one day, whether it's before he leaves or after he leaves, we're all going to see his taxes one day. Somebody will leak some of it just out, and there'll be a lot more shit that we'll find out about that he's done. But all that aside, we can see what he's doing to this country, you know, and he is driving a wedge into it. He's trying to separate us by religion, by race, by color, by religion, by whatever wedge he can use, and he thinks he benefits from that, but you know, it may benefit him, but it kills his country. You know, and then when are the Republicans going to see that? How far are they going to let him go? How far are they going to drag this shit down into the ditch, and still have any ability to raise their voice about anything? You know, I don't know. What do y'all think? Don Bonacosi says we will see it all eventually. We will, baby. We will. And yes, we will. But the question is, we will find out. The real question is, what do we do? You know, and that's where it, standing next to each other, having a common voice, having it raised, comes in. And
I think tomorrow will be a day we find out if Mueller's going to show up on the 15th.
Well, yeah, they're talking about Mueller showing up on the 15th.
And
Barr is tomorrow by 9 o'clock in the morning is supposed to turn over an unredacted Mueller report to the House Judiciary. And I don't think that's going to happen, baby.
Nope.
I don't think it's going to happen. And then the question becomes, what are you going to do about it? Because that's what they're doing. That's what they're saying to us. No, you ain't going to get it. And what are you going to do about it? You know, it's the bully on the school board, on the schoolyard. It's that kind of attitude. What are you going to do? You know, I used to be on the school board. I used to punch him in the freaking face best I could. If I could get the first shot in, I'm lucky. You know, if we don't do something, we're letting him get away with it. We're setting the precedent ourselves. We're not putting any standards on it anymore. We're allowing whatever person is in power to do whatever the hell he wants. And that turns us into North Korea. Glorious leader. Let's all clap when he comes out. You know, that kind of shit.
Bow to a statue and all that.
Yes, yeah. And it would try to become a dynasty, you know, Don Jr., Ivanka, first woman president in the country. It would just be so exciting, wouldn't it? Are you shitting me? You know, but yeah, they'd take it there if they could, because for them it's not about policies and saving the world or any bullshit. It's about it's a reality show, and they want to be the winner. They want the big paycheck. They're in it for all the wrong reasons I see anymore. You know, I don't see any Republicans standing up for anything. It's all ridiculous bullshit. You know, everything from climate change to abortion rights. It's ridiculous bullshit that we shouldn't have to have an argument over, because there shouldn't be an argument with intelligent people over subjects like that. But here we are, baby. You know,
they did an article about a hypothetical situation is if the House held Barr in contempt and then the sergeant at arms arrested him, that the DOJ would come out and stop him.
Well,
and then you're in a constitutional crisis, because you got one guy doing his job and another guy protecting a criminal at that point.
Yeah. Yes. It becomes a fight between the legislative branch and the judicial branch. You know, the DOJ is over the FBI, so Barr is surrounded by FBI agents. That's what somebody commented. You know, the FBI agents protect him with guns. What are they going to do? Pull out their gun and shoot the sergeant of arms of the Congress? Is that the deal? Is that what they're saying? You know, because that's what it sounds like. Well, they can't arrest him because he's protected by armed guards. You know, and at what point do we start pulling our guns out, shooting, the guy that brings the subpoena? You know, the guy that comes to arrest your ass. You know, it's
I mean, yeah. Well, the potential situation there is just like
yeah,
frightening. But
yeah, it's frightening. But
you can't be like, they take oaths
Mm-hmm.
to execute their office. So I don't see how the FBI can morally stand their ground when
No.
the sergeant at arms would be
No.
empowered by the House.
Yeah.
To me, the House has more clout than the FBI.
Well, yeah, yeah. I would say that that's true. The legislative branch has more power than the judicial. It is the judicial process that produces the laws. It's the legislative process that produces the law. It's the judiciary process that upholds the law. Well, if Congress is pursuing a lawful act, then isn't it the Justice Department to comply with that act?
Absolutely.
That's when we get into that situation. That's what I'm talking about when I say they're flipping the bird in our face. They're daring us. They are asking, "What are you going to do about it?" I'm not going to give you anything. We're going to fight everything, and at the same time making sure that Donnie's out there saying he's going to be the most transparent president in the history.
That problem they're in is just the tip of the iceberg, because we're on a running clock. The more time they waste, the less likelihood of success we're going to have. They have to
Exactly.
all these threats they're throwing aren't doing anything.
No.
They're giving extensions, second chance, third chance. And I read why they're doing that, because when it eventually ends up in court, they're going to say we made numerous attempts to follow the law. They didn't.
Yeah, and that's just another play on bullshit.
But in my opinion, they need to start arresting people. They need to show them and make an example. Like, we're not going to stand for this shit.
Yeah, that's where we draw the line. I want to interrupt and thank Midge Jones for donating $1 through Super Chat. Darling, we appreciate that very much. And we appreciate it more that you're out there listening. So, always appreciate that. But, yeah, we got work to do, baby. Mucho trabajo. To be able to stand up to this shit. We can't allow them to just blatantly forego the law, forego the Constitution, and everything else they're throwing in the damn ditch, and do what they want to do when they want to do it. And this is the first. If we let him go with this, what's the next thing he's going to do? If he can get away with not producing his taxes, if he can get away with his attorney general refusing a subpoena, and his refusal to turn over an unredacted report, then where else do you think he's going to go? You think he's going to start going with lesser things? Shit, no. He's going to go over bigger things.
Yeah, he's testing his limits.
He is testing his limits.
I can get away with this. I'm going to keep going farther.
Sure.
You got quite a few people waiting in the green room.
Oh, yeah, we lost Bernadette accidentally, I think.
Sparky, can you do that?
Nope. Just you.
No, just me. Okay. Wait a second. Then I got to look at the screen here a minute. Turn this. That ain't working.
Looks like George Tire Biter's in there, too.
Is he? I've been watching his posts lately. I've been seeing a lot of his stuff. Okay, come back over here. Damn it. Oh, there it is. When you're dealing with poor eyesight too. Jorge, is that you? I dragged him in there, baby.
Yeah, I think he's muted at the second. He probably hasn't realized he's in here.
All right, there, Jorge. We got you, buddy. And I think I just Budman, are you in there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
Oh, there you go. Thank you. There you go. I got one right. It's hard to see over there. I'm going to drag in several people here. Who was that? That was Velda?
Velda.
Did I bring you in, Velda? She's muted.
Yeah, she's muted and deafened.
Jorge.
Bernadette's still up there.
Did Jorge get it? No, he's still muted too. Well, they're all over there. Just nobody wants to talk to me. That's all. Let's see if I can get Bernadette back. How did we lose her? There's Bernadette. Bernadette, are you back?
I am back.
I'm sorry, darling. I don't know what I'm doing.
It wasn't you, it was me.
I don't
so
know.
we're in it together. We both don't know what we're doing.
Shit. Travis, he said he's going to write me out before he leaves. He's going to write everything out on a piece of paper, so I'll have emergency, like a checklist when you get ready to fly. Go through the checklist, make sure you got it all right. And I still can't fix my chat has froze up again. And now I can't seem to. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe if I. All right, let me try this. Let me see. Restream labs. Oh no, I did the wrong thing. Shit. Gotta open that back up. I knew I was gonna hit the wrong button. That's the wrong one. It's this one. This one. All right, quit that. And then restart it. There you go. Reopen. Oh shit. Let's just do that. And there it comes up again. All right, I got that shit done. All right, now.
They didn't make this stuff for the older generation.
No, they didn't. I can understand the concept. It's easy to. Oh shit. Yeah, just as I say that, I lose my whole damn thing on my. There you go. I got it back now. You'd think I'd have it done. I was using computers ever since they had DOS, but Jesus, man, it gets to be too many windows. I have a TV screen up there that's got 2 programs on it, and then the laptop here in front of him, he's got 2 programs on it, and I'm blind. So I'm working on it. I'm working on my blindness right now, as a matter of fact. It's supposed to be good for glaucoma. Jorge, did you get in here yet, buddy? No, he's here, but he's still muted out. So, are y'all familiar with Jorge Tirebiter? I like this guy. I've been looking at his
Never heard of
his Facebook page. He's got a thing called the Old Farts Reunion or Old Farts Club, and a lot of musicians come down to his place and play. It just seems like something you would just enjoy tremendously. So
I'll check that out.
Yeah. The Tirebiter. It's an easy last name to remember. Yeah.
I got it is Tirebiter, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Yes,
I wasn't
it
paying
is.
much attention. I just seen the first name. I didn't look at the last name.
Yes, I have as a matter of fact, his coffee cup right here. He sent me right here, and I love the saying on the back of the coffee mug because it says Scenic Rancho Tirebiter. We're right where we need to be, conveniently located at the end of a dirt road 5 miles from town. That's it. That's all you need to know. End of the dirt road, 5 miles from town. And yeah, he's up there in Bernie, up by that's pretty country here in Texas. Anywhere up in the hill country is beautiful up there. Of course, there ain't no part of Texas ain't beautiful. You know that. It's a Texas thing. What's that?
I don't know. I've done something.
Uh-oh. Well,
I got part of it anyway.
I'm learning. See if I can move this real quietly. There you go. I can do it without making all that noise. Shit. And what? Oh, look at there. I'm on the wrong goddamn camera this whole time. Ah! Now you can see me. I'm prettier. That's better. Anyway. Let me see. Let him know he's muted. Somebody tell Jorge he's muted. Donna Bonacosa, you're going. I guess we won't be too much longer with this. Darling, thank you for the Mueller report. I'm into it, and just got to clear up cobwebs up in my head and stuff. But we'll see you later, Donna, and I appreciate you dropping in, darling. Anyway, what do y'all want to talk about?
I don't know.
Oh, there you go. Everybody's going to leave me hanging here.
We can talk about Donald, but that's all we've been talking about.
Yeah, well, seems to be the thing that we're all here for. Shit.
That's
You know.
that's the conversation of the world.
It is. It is right
The
now.
Donald.
Yes. How when we were talking to Aussie Dave the other day, when you talk to people outside of the country, uh, they're looking at us like, what's the matter with them people? You know,
Oh, yeah.
uh, it's it's not it's not us, it's them other people. It's some other idiots that voted for him, who got
Oh, yeah.
fooled by this shit. But I don't know. I don't know.
The other
right?
ones that's got fooled, you'll never change their mind. Though.
Yeah. Well, like I say,
man.
there's always going to be those assholes, those
Oh,
cockroaches and stuff that are going to hang on to him regardless of what. The deplorables, as Hillary called them. You know, and those we're not going to get. I keep having a hope that we're just reaching out to the conservatives that still had a brain cell left. But
I'm sure there's some out there. They just don't want to. They're afraid to admit it.
yeah, a lot of them.
They don't want to admit that they're wrong.
That's a hard thing to do.
That they made a
you know.
mistake.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And they're just hiding it from their families and not saying a word until they get to the voting polls.
Well,
Well, yeah, that could be too. You know, I mean, they.
let's hope.
You know, nobody likes to admit they're wrong, but
No.
there are times you have to.
Yeah, no doubt. And this would be one. This would be a
Yeah.
time when you have to look at yourself in the mirror and go, this is hurting our country, and chances are it's probably hurting you too. I don't know what your last tax
Yeah, but they're not gonna
return.
say no.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Most of my family is Republican.
oh, mine too, buddy. Mine too. I'm a black sheep. Percentage
All of my
wise.
immediate family and extended family, me and one other guy is the only Democrats. All the rest of them are Republicans. I mean, you don't even bring up politics when you get around it. You just got to keep your mouth shut.
And where are you?
I'm in California, but
Oh.
all my family's from Missouri.
Oh, okay. You're out there.
I'm originally from Missouri.
The land of milk and honey, huh? That's what I call
Yeah.
California. I loved it out there. I really did. Not that I don't
Down here in
love
a red.
Texas. We just have to turn the rest of the damn country like that.
Well, yeah.
People make fun of California. The wackos out in California, and the nuts and fruits and flakes and all that kind of comments and stuff. But babe, look at the way they run their state and their economy. Doing a whole lot better than the rest of the country.
Well,
8th largest economy in the world.
Yeah, and it's more progressive, and as the saying goes, so goes California, so goes the country, and that's the country is now coming along on marijuana legalization, and
Well, maybe we need to send everybody a joint so they
There
can
you-
mellow out.
there you go. Well, all of y'all send one to me, and that'll be fine. Yeah, that would be. I'd have enough then. They're working on it down here right now. Texas is working on decriminalize it. I think the bill is in the House now or something. I don't know if it's been signed or whatever, but
No, the deputy governor said he would not. It would not
kiss
pass.
my
the-
ass. See,
Isn't that your lieutenant governor?
Yeah, there you go.
Your governor and your lieutenant governor.
it's been said by a lot of people. If one of the, there's a lot of our candidates that are all pro legalization, and there's not that many Republicans that are anti legalization. So we're going in the right direction. But like I have said before, Texas will be the last one because it's a money thing. We get a whole lot of money from the drug war. So big state, big border. So you're going to have that political.
John, we passed
Huh?
we passed it in 2016 for medical marijuana to be dispensed in Arkansas,
Right.
and we have not yet even had one dispensary because of our attorney general in the state of Washington. That bitch is just a piece of.
So he's going to fight it all the way. He's going to try to make it difficult for you to
She
get a
is,
license.
she is.
She is. Boy, howdy. So even when the people speak, sometimes the law has to be forced into it.
Well, yeah. I mean, some of these people
Yeah.
take it as a personal vendetta to stop it, and
Yeah.
if the people vote for it, that should
Now,
that
here
should
comes-
that should be rule and law.
That's it. Yeah. Once
Here comes the other shoe.
when they put
Who
it on the
is?
ballot, it's done. It's a done thing.
That's right.
And
But you find so many of these states will do that. They'll pass something.
Yeah.
Then, if you've got a legislature that don't like it, they'll rescind it.
You know what they really need to do
screwed.
is they need to change the banking laws, because as soon as that money is made legal and put into the system, then all them politicians are going to want to cut from the lobbyists and all that shit. Right
John,
now,
you're absolutely right about that. That's one of the biggest problems here in California.
They've changed the laws now that we here in Arkansas. They're trying to change the law, constitution on it, that we the people cannot bring pieces of articles to be voted on, having X amount of people more and more studies and stuff before it can even go on the ballot. They're changing the rules.
that, any way some of them can, they will. Which it just
that's Republicans.
Yes, I guarantee you those
you're
are
right
red
about
states.
the banking laws, because one thing California found out is that
they're wanting to cut off Medicaid for the state of Arkansas.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead. In California, they did what?
We passed medical marijuana a long time ago.
Right.
And then for it to become legal for recreational marijuana, once that passed, it took a year and a half for them to even figure out how that was going to work. And yet, even though that's that's working now, people are legally growing marijuana, but the banks won't take their
that's
money,
the federal banking laws.
Federally,
that's drug money,
still,
baby. That's drug money. You can't be bringing it into the bank in here. All our tellers will get high smelling that shit.
I think there's one,
and that sets up
credit union. One credit union in Northern California.
That sets up the whole basis for underground or a bribe thing.
It keeps the black market alive. Yes, absolutely.
It does.
Absolutely.
Only until you
change
the banking laws.
Even those that are growing legally are still marketing in the black market because they can't take their money to the bank.
When you're having to buy a building and put armed guards around it because it's filled up with cash and you can't do anything with it, it sets up bad situations,
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, because some people are going to say, hey, that building over there, it's full of cash.
And they know it.
And they know it, yes. And it's just ridiculous. If it's legalized, then the profit of a legal business should be able to deposit their funds regardless of whatever their business is. If it's legal, then, do they prevent the brothels in Nevada from making deposits into the bank because of, that's an ill-gain money?
Right.
No. It's legal there,
no.
so those funds are allowed to go into the bank and no problem. But oh no, the evil devil weed, that's a drug, and we must stomp it out, and back to reefer madness shit with some of them. But
and yet at the same time, the cities, the counties, and the state are collecting heavy taxes on growing marijuana.
Yeah.
But the growers
have a license.
can't spend their money.
Yeah.
Because their money is made illegally. But the city and the county and the state can make their money off of it.
Yeah.
And
that's fine. That's it.
Right.
It's hypocrisy. It's ridiculous.
Right.
So and that's a federal law. So that that has to be changed in our house. It's the Congress that has to change those laws, and you have to ask yourself who's fighting against it. Take a close look at whoever it is fighting against legalizing that money into the federal system, and because I'm sure there's a payoff there somewhere.
The whole country of Canada just legalized marijuana all the way across the country. What's the problem?
Yeah. Well, the Lord don't want you to have it, I guess is all I could say. A lot of.
You know what? He never told me that.
No, he never did me either. He never said shit
I've
to me.
never heard it come out his mouth like that.
Yeah. No, that's how come I always laugh when they talk about, well, we need to do some research on that. Really? Go out and find you a 70-year-old hippie and ask him. There's some research, baby.
You can ask me. I have done plenty of
there
research.
There you go. What do you research my ass?
Ask Willie Nelson.
Yeah, ask Willie Nelson.
Willie.
He's a national treasure, man. You guys, what are you doing? It's ridiculous, but I don't know. Anyway, Jorge never showed up.
No, but I think Yogi wants in.
Oh, wait a minute. Who's Yogi?
Yogi's in the green room with Linda.
I don't think I'm seeing everybody in the green room. Here, about we do this. Nope, I didn't get nobody. All right, this is 1978. Who is that? KLW 1978. Oh, I see Yogi. See, I took somebody out of. Oh. All right.
I guess KLW don't want to be in here.
Okay.
Grab Yogi.
I got Yogi. Yogi, are you in here? I just dropped you, buddy.
I can hear you.
All right.
There he is.
There he is.
Get better at this, John.
There is. Oh,
You'll be an expert pretty soon.
Yeah. I'll just drag everybody's ass down here. That's what.
There you go.
Anybody don't want, they'll have to crawl out, escape. Yeah. It's one of those escape rooms. You got to get out. And you got to find a way to get out.
You all want to join the party from the green party.
From the green room into here. Let me see.
2 left up there.
Okay. Oh, there's Miss Linda.
Look at me.
There's Miss Linda. And
You got one more.
Nope.
He keeps leaving.
He keeps leaving. So he's here for the listening part of the show. That's fine. That's fine. We can't fill up the room with everybody. But
Hi.
Hey, you're doing real well for somebody who doesn't have Travis.
yeah, I'm telling you, I'm gonna miss that kid. I really do.
Well, by the end of the week, you can probably fire him.
Yeah, I probably
Right?
could. Except this ain't gonna be a fun week. I don't. This is pitiful for us to say, but because of the fact that Travis and his girlfriend live right out on our property over there in a separate building. They've got their own place. My younger son still lives. He has a bedroom here in the house, and he stays here, and we're happy with that. People keep saying, well, John, when are you going to run your kids? I don't want to run my kids out. This is a big place out here. Got lots of land and shit. I'm not running into them all day,
Well, yeah.
I don't want to get rid of my kids. I just tickled to death. But getting down to that, yeah, Mama's not going to be happy when Travis leaves. She don't like it when her boys go anywhere, really. But that's Mama. Mama didn't like it when I had to go somewhere and I was on a job. I had to go. She didn't want me to go. But we're pretty much homebodies, and Travis does all his stuff online except for things like this he's got to go do, and so yeah, it works out for us. I'll be gone soon enough, and they'll have this place to themselves, so they can,
Yeah, I'm a
Daughter lived
homebody
with us
too.
until she was 27.
Yeah. Nowadays, you see a lot of kids coming home. The job market might not be just right in their area or whatever, or they're getting out of college and don't know what to do yet, or there's a million reasons why your kid might show up at your door. But what are you going to do? Sorry, we moved? No, but we don't have a problem with it. I love my kids being here. Travis, his technology itself is
Well, yeah, as long as they're good kids, you don't mind if they come back.
yeah.
Now, if they're going to be a butthole,
Yeah,
don't
no.
come knocking on my door.
No. They don't drag their shit laundry up in here for Mama to do or something like that. Of course, Mama would if they did, but
Of course,
she would.
that's mothers for you. That's the way they.
That's the way they work. That's it. You ain't never gonna
They're
get rid of
wired
Mama's
that
baby.
way.
That's it. They're wired that way, and they're, that's always gonna be the thing. But yeah, they have their own way to get in and out, and sometimes I don't even know they're gone. Cowboy hat
Hey, John.
dad. Hey, Dennis.
Little off topic, but a few people have mentioned they want to know the story with your shirt.
My peace shirt. Peace,
Yeah,
baby.
where you got it, or if there's a story, if somebody sent it to you.
Oh yes. Every shirt y'all see me wear on this show, somebody has sent it to me. When I first started this out, I could remember who gave me the shirt, but now we're up to like 300 shirts, and there's Natalie Palumbo right here. Her brother Anthony inspired this shirt. I love this shirt. I will always love this shirt, and I always love what he calls me, the cowboy hat man. To me, that's a hell of a compliment, and but they all mean something to me. But I can't remember who sent me this one. I've got ones that are non. This is one of the non-political type things. Some of those I have. I have one that says only elephants should wear ivory, stuff like that I like. But most of them are in your face, and I like wearing them to town when I go to the store. Today I wore the one that one I had Trump redefining stupid one tweet at a time. And I like walking in the store because I can watch people's eyes and they read that. I just look for the reaction. It's fun. But yes, I'm sure every t-shirt you see me wear, I'm sure you could search online and find it, except for the ones. Well, yes, you can find this one too. You can find the Cowboy Hat Man shirt that Natalie Palumbo sells on her site. We used
There's
to have
a link right under the video.
There you
on
go.
YouTube.
On YouTube, if you're watching on YouTube, there's a link under there where you could actually buy this shirt. And like I said, it's a special shirt from somebody that just the story behind that shirt is one common that both me and Natalie shared. So it's it's personal, but I have some that my handmade Mueller time. When it's time to relax. Remember when you say that? When Mueller's here? But here I am. I got the chat froze again. Let me see.
Do you think that Mueller would quit the DOJ to speak?
Good question.
I think he's supposed to end his time here pretty soon anyway, isn't he?
He should.
I'd heard.
He should be.
Yeah.
I've
been doing it for the last hour and a half.
That's a good question, though. Would he do that? Would he willingly
Would he quit?
retire?
I heard he was going to retire.
Well, once he becomes a free citizen, it's as long as he still works for DOJ, he's bound
He's under their
right
their rules. But
That's
I think
right.
I had heard that sometime in May he was supposed to leave.
Well, I sure hope
Because
so.
Trump put out today that he doesn't want him to testify now.
Well, ain't that
Of course he
true?
doesn't.
Yeah. He
Even
don't
though he
want
did
him.
an
Barr's
honorable
going to
job
try
when
to
the
block him.
report just got released.
What he said was that he'd leave it up to Barr.
Yeah. How come I don't trust that shit? How come
There's
I
no
think that's
difference.
yeah.
It just makes me wonder, would Mueller quit in order to testify?
I like to think that Mueller is still an honorable man who did an honorable job. He served his country well. He was a Republican, but I don't think he's the type of Republican that Trump is. I don't think he's that kind of people.
No, he's not.
I think he has honor, and I believe he'll stand. That's what will motivate him. His loyalty to this country, not a loyalty to a president. And that's
He's already telling us.
Yes, he's laid it out, baby. As far as I'm concerned, the only thing, it was the OLC. The OLC, the Office of Legal Counsel. Well, you can't indict a sitting president. Fuck you. Who told you that? You all got, the Office of Legal Counsel sat up there and decided this. This isn't law. This isn't passed by our Congress or some bullshit. This is the Office of Legal Counsel saying, well, nope, can't do that. Just like saying, well, we don't have to comply with your subpoena. Kiss my ass. That's what I'm saying. We need to I don't know, rise up in the street. That's what I keep wanting. That's the only thing that's going to work is get 1 million people out in front of the street, not in front of the White House, because that man don't give a shit. You get in front of the Senate, baby. You start holding the sign to them.
Yeah.
To demand justice.
He already told us without telling us by doing the letter to Barr on paper instead of picking up the phone.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
So that's telling us his intentions.
There are a lot of signals, and that's exactly one of them, Dennis, is the fact, and Barr himself said, well, I don't know how come he wrote the letter. It's a little bit snitty. He could have called me. Bullshit. Not if you know what you're doing. You want that documented. If it's a phone call, well, he said, she said, and I didn't say that, didn't mean it that. You took it wrong with bullshit. If it's on paper, it's set in stone, baby. And that's what Mueller did. Another indication that he is not willing to play the games with Barr.
Well, that's what all government officials are supposed to do. They're supposed to put it on paper.
Well, yes, that's right. That's right. and one of the I pissed off a lot of people in my life. I wrote a letter to my commanding officer one time. I wrote a letter to him. I was a civilian working for the Army, and when I worked in this one area, I noticed that there were people that were in my office that had been a GS5 for 15 years. When you're a GS5, that's the starting point for the government. You're a paper boy. You're minor tasks. You're not charged with any analytical skills or anything like that. But when you're there for 15 years, the knowledge that you gain, you have GS9s that are going over to a GS5 and asking them, hey, what do I do with this? How do I do this? This says this right here. How do I, it's that kind of bullshit. And the people that were being held back, 2 of them were handicapped. And now I had been put there in a position, and I couldn't let that go, and I tried to do something about it. I first went to my division officer and stuff and told him that, hey, this ain't right. This was 15 years as a GS5. Aren't these people ready for a promotion? Well, there's no slot open. Bullshit. There's no slot. There's plenty of work to do.
All these dumbasses got it.
Yeah, and anyway, it culminated with me writing a letter to my commanding officer saying that the next article I wrote would be addressed to the Corpus Christi Caller-Times, and I would be addressing the situation of how the area that I worked in intentionally held people back that were handicapped to a lower grade and didn't allow them the progress to go on. Now, it wouldn't affect me but for shit, and it ended up getting my ass in a whole lot of trouble, but it also got 4 people promoted in that office. And had a better chance at when you got 15, you're looking at retirement. You retire at GS5. You know what happens? You get shit, nothing.
Right.
And it's terrible. And yeah, I paid a heavy price for that one too. But it was the right thing to do. And sometimes, just like when Mueller's going to be faced with that thing, what do? Do you shut your mouth and just walk away from the shit? No, you can't do that if you have any kind of empathy in your heart for anything. If you have a love for your country, if you have your love for your fellow man, you can't walk away from that shit. Who are you then? It's the question you have to ask yourself. And
exactly.
It's sometimes you bite the bullet and it ends up biting your ass right, getting bit right back in the ass. But what do you do?
I don't think Mueller would get bit back. I mean, this man has got a very upstanding career.
Yeah.
He's more a patriot than anything else.
That's what I'm hanging my hat on, baby. Is that he is?
If you're going to call anybody a patriot, that's the man you'd have to call a patriot.
Yeah.
Modern day patriot.
Yes. Yeah, and just because he's a Republican, even Donnie was after his ass, and he's a Republican. So he's just not Donnie's.
He's calling him a Democrat.
Yeah. He's calling him a Democrat, the 1813, whatever number Donnie wants to make up today.
For his little base.
Yeah. That's
they believe all that crap.
We always have to remember that's who Donnie's always talking to. Donnie is always talking to his base. He is never talking to the general public at large. He is, he's dead.
Well, he ain't talking to me because I don't listen.
I don't.
I'll
listen.
read
The only reason I listen is so I can make fun of his
ass. But
ass.
I'm not going to listen to it.
I
can't stand the sound of that man's voice.
Amen.
It just pisses me off so bad.
I want to take a minute and thank Linda Cal for donating $10 through Super Chat, and she says, "Keep strong, Blue Dots." Baby, that's what we all have to remember. That's what I always say it. This is a cheerleading club. This is why we have to keep the pom-poms going. We have to keep the motivation going. We have to, because this is our country. These are the ideals we fight for, and if we're not going to fight for them, we have to quit kidding ourselves that we are anything but on our way to a dictatorship or anything like that. It's just we have to do it. It's those little stories like standing up for somebody that should have been promoted. That's fine. It was a personal thing that somebody does that you do, but when we combine, when we stand together, and we demand the same for our nation, then yes, we are the most powerful force in this country. But if we don't do it together, that we don't stand up and put up that fight, baby, then we're just a letter to the congressman, and he goes on about his business. Same way with senators or anybody else in our law. It's not going to change until we demand the change. And there are so many. We've seen the EPA wiped out. The banking regulations, the tax regulations, all that shit that does nothing but benefit the upper crust of this country, and indeed the world. So when you're looking at it on the world stage.
I had a question for you, John.
What's that, Dennis? Is my wife going to kill me if I don't get off here? The answer is yes.
Rod Rosenstein, why did he opt to stay on just through the Mueller report release and then resign? And then he kind of turned, it seemed like he was defending the rule of law at first, and then he stayed on through the release, and then he kind of took Trump's side.
He is a little bit wrapped up with the Comey thing. You got to remember that shit. He was the one that wrote.
And Dennis.
Yes.
Pension.
So he's not.
Pension.
Rosenstein is not squeaky clean in all of this shit. He's got his fingers in the pile over there too.
He wants his. Andrew McCabe that worked up. I'm not sure if it was Andrew McCabe, but one of them worked up to 2 days before he was supposed to retire, and then Donnie fired him.
Yes.
And he lost his whole retirement. That's why Rosenstein.
And that was a chicken shit move. That was a disgusting, intentional move, meant to harm, meant to rub his head in that. That was disgusting in itself. The
man worked 30-some years and lost his retirement in 24 hours.
Can y'all hear that?
24 hours worth of work.
Well, I would think if he took that to court, he could beat that.
Yeah.
He is taking it to court.
Oh, he is? I haven't heard.
He is fighting it.
Yep.
All right, change the subject, but
takes a long time.
That's Donnie for you.
I have a question. Who said that Trump should get another 2 years on his first term today or yesterday?
Are you shitting me? Somebody
I
ignorant. Get an extra 2 years tacked on. I don't freaking think so.
No.
Said they should add 2 more years because of the Mueller investigation.
Are you shitting me?
No. He's the first president.
That's funny.
He is the first president to be investigated, to have any kind of major scandals in his first term in office.
I want to do
Most
over.
presidents go into their second term before.
I understand that, but one of them is either Robinson or Huckabee. One said that he should get 2 more years on his first term.
I think it was Huckabee.
Sarah Huckabee, she needs to shut up.
Huckabee?
She needs to shut up.
I think so.
I don't know who it was, but
Huckleberry Hound.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Didn't he raise a fine daughter? I'm telling you.
I'm not even taking the time to read this.
Shit shiner from hell. That's the kind of people. Those kind of people those are the ones that give religion a bad name, baby. Those are the ones that we can point to and go, see, you're lying your ass off and you're calling yourself a Christian. It don't work that way. We can all see you. We all hear you. You know?
But then their followers don't see that.
No.
If tenure is performance-based, then he owes everybody some money.
Yeah. No shit. Well, this is all our business to control, baby. This is all our shit to control. We just have to wield that power. We have to do it. You know, the only thing that's going to change it. Anyway.
But Donnie had a IQ test and papers came out, and when he was in the military academy, and his IQ scored a 73.
Yeah, I've seen that.
I've seen that.
That's 3 points above being a retard. Think about that.
Well, let's don't give people that are handicapped a bad name. Donnie's worse than that, baby. This is not a mental issue with him. This is a thing of choice. You know, and
He's got syphilis.
It falls into that whole thing of look where he came from and look where his kids are going. His daddy shoved money up his ass all his life. He didn't have to learn or work for anything. Daddy gave him. He had an income by the time he was 2 or 3 years old. You don't think Donnie did the same thing for Ivanka and Eric Jr. and the rest of them? They got money shoved up their ass. Go on and have fun. We'll tell everybody you're smart. That's all it takes.
You can see that every day. This is the way they act.
Yes. And now
his sister had to retire from the federal bench because of all her crookedness and all the shit that they were doing.
Yeah, right. She had to retire to stop an investigation.
She had to retire and stop an investigation into her ass.
That's it. Have no mistake of who we're dealing with, people. We're dealing with crooks.
It was Jerry Falwell that called for
Jerry Falwell.
Oh, is that who it was?
Oh, praise the
I
Lord.
couldn't remember which
By
one it
2
was.
years.
Praise the Lord. We'll do that
Okay.
since Jerry Falwell said. Oh, shit.
Oh, I got another good one.
What's that? Go ahead.
What about all the? I remember at one point, Mueller asked for 100 or around there blank subpoenas to put under seal for the grand jury, and never heard anything past that.
And we won't until he's out of office, probably. That may be why they sealed him.
There's a bunch of stuff that's under seal that's just they're just waiting for the right moment.
Yeah.
I'm really
I'm
curious of
still
what's on
convinced
there.
that what we're seeing right now is still the tip of the iceberg. We have not even gotten into
Absolutely.
the. Yeah.
There's still 14
Weisenberg,
14 cases
yeah.
from the Mueller report.
Yeah, 14 independent investigations going on that spawned from the Mueller report, and that's not even to include like Weisselberg, the head of the Trump organization. He's got immunity, limited immunity. He's going to be singing his ass off, and he knows about all the finances. So we haven't even gotten into the Trump organization, the Trump charity shit. You know, there's just a myriad of crap that we would have to wade through. And
Well, there's
Tax
stuff going
returns
on.
are going to be paramount, I think.
yeah.
Well, tomorrow's going to be a big shit show, guys.
Yep, tomorrow's a day that things
Keep
are
your
supposed to
boots
happen,
pulled up.
and it's going to show us a
Popcorn
lot.
boots pulled up.
Yeah, and thanks to Paulette Hallbeck, I have been, man. I got this great big tub of popcorn. It's separated. There's a section for cheese popcorn, some fire hot popcorn, and the caramel popcorn. And I've noticed
You
that
haven't finished that yet?
the caramel popcorn is going down real fast. I sit over there in the evening. My hand just keeps going in there and grabbing that caramel popcorn. It's like Cracker Jacks, man.
This stuff's addictive, man.
I mean, to tell you, Marcia told Deborah when she came over, don't bring no snacks. John's got plenty, because along with the popcorn, Paulette also included some chocolate covered peanuts and some a chocolate covered bridge mix and malt balls or something, and some trail mix. So, man, and I got and I got a bunch of sticks of honey but Chris Claus sent us that I hit honey sticks every time I do her. Now I just go to get I take a spoon and put it in the honey jar and then just let it twirl for a minute and then just pick it up and there you go.
Living in hog heaven, John.
Yes, I am, buddy. I'm telling you, our Blue Dot family has been very kind to us when it has come to snack time, baby. I'm telling you. But
They're trying to put a couple pounds on you. That's all.
yes, she's been trying for years to do that. I always tell her I maintained my girlish figure all our marriage, so I weigh just about the same.
Exactly.
Well, I used to weigh more because I
Another
used to have a whole lot more muscle. Are you shitting me? I used to roughneck for a living. You ought to see them pictures. I like those pictures. God damn, look at that shit. Now I look and go, God, dog, man, what happened to me? You know, no, it's yeah. She's tried all our married life to put weight on me. I eat too. I eat like a hog, man. I eat constantly. I'm constantly snack. I have a high metabolism. I guess that's what they tell me.
I had an uncle like that. He could eat 24 hours a day and would never put on a pound.
That's me. I eat all the time.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what I eat. And so, yeah, I try to encourage my kids to expand their taste buds. Travis is trying to watch his weight, and Tyler, he's not as Travis is a little bit more robust, but he's big too. And, not heavy set, either one of them. But Travis got a little gut on him now, and he's trying to work on that. Tyler's been going downstairs. We have two of those exercise machines under the house, different stations where you pump iron and stuff. Things I used to do. I ain't doing that no more. It wears you out. So
Exactly.
yeah, I got better things to do. I have an investigation going on. I have to be knowledgeable of. But anyway,
We got to get that beard cut.
yes, but darling, I'm telling you, this thing is, every night, now Mama has to put it in a little rubber band thing to keep it out of my mouth, and but yeah.
Keep it out of her mouth.
But it is, yeah, keep it out of her. Yeah, she don't like to. She always looks at me like, yeah, I'm trying to brush it away from my mouth and all that stuff. But the mustache has always been there. It's been there, and it's gonna stay there. That ain't happening. Not my upper lip, baby. It's always been under camouflage. Anyway, I guess I ought to try to wrap this up. I didn't intend to go so long.
For you, John.
What's that?
For you. Next time you go to town,
Yes, ma'am.
look for a pair of reading glasses that are half glasses so you can look over the top of them and see in front of you.
Yeah, these were $9 at Wally World.
They're $1 at Dollar Tree.
They do help for reading, but when I look over there, nope, that ain't happening. I can't see that, So
Yeah, I've been through that stage.
yeah. Well, I had a prescription, but the prescription run out, and I tried to get a refill on it, and the pharmacist said, "Well, we have to call your doctor." Anyway.
Well, yeah, and you got to go get another eye exam and all that.
That's what it is, and I just haven't done that. I have to do it soon, though, because it's not only my reading, it's my distances now. I look out.
Goals.
Yeah, it's all fuzzing together out there again. So yeah, it's.
Oh yeah.
I got to go get my eyes checked, or, I can read signs when I'm right up on them. Yep, that was my turn.
Yep.
That's it. That nugget. I'll
that
go
works.
around the block. So yeah, that's the way that happens. Anyway, I guess I better get off here because. Oh shit. Yep. Yeah, I'm already late. Mama's gonna be looking at me like, really? Did you run your mouth that long? Yes, I did. And I enjoyed every minute
Well, it was
of
good talking to all you guys. I'm gonna jump out of here.
All right. Well, we appreciate you coming, Bud Man.
And you guys all have a nice Cinco de Mayo. What's left of it?
That's right. Enjoy your
It's
tacos,
late back
your
there where you're at.
margaritas.
Getting later back there where you're at.
There you go.
You guys enjoy.
You bet. You too. We enjoy you coming in.
Okay.
And
Good night, John.
Good night, Sparky, Dennis.
And I'm gonna. Hey, John.
Yes, ma'am. Velda.
John,
Yes, ma'am.
I'm leaving.
Are you leaving? You're breaking my heart. I'm telling you. Now what am I going to do? Shit. I don't remember
Jenny for me.
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones, baby. No,
Game
I
of
appreciate
Thrones.
every one of you coming by. Jorge, I'm sorry you didn't turn your thing on. When you look at the video, you'll see we was trying to get you to talk, buddy. But we're glad you're here, and I enjoy your page, buddy. So take care of yourself and everybody else that's been here. And Dennis and Sparky, I always appreciate y'all's help. Bernadette, thank you very much, darling. And
You're welcome, sir.
Velda and Yogi, y'all take care, and we'll see y'all
All
later.
right.
Blue Dot family,
Good evening.
y'all take care, baby. Remember, this ball is in our court. It's what we do that decides our future, not what they decide. It's what we decide. We just have to let them know we decided it. So, in that, the power rests in our hands. We need to wield it. So, y'all take care. Y'all have a good evening. And if I could see where the button is over there, there it is. We'll see y'all later. Bye.